So someone left me a comment on the previous video about wanting to know my opinion on, is it better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all? Now that's such an interesting question, and I've been out there working and I've been thinking about that a lot. Now, it's a complicated one, let's put it like that. As a lot of you know, most of you's probably been in love before. And I think being in love is one of the most glorious feelings that you could ever have. You know, you feel, well, everybody feels different, love differently, don't they? But for me, I guess it was it gave me a sense of purpose. It made me feel wanted, secure, like I was important, an integral part of her life. You know, it made me feel special. Yeah, special, that I was, I don't know, well, you know what I'm getting at, don't you? You know what being in love feels like. But for me, it was a big deal, and I loved being in love, and I loved feeling loved, yeah? And I really did, and I think it was an amazing feeling. Sometimes, you know, I'd get a message from her, and a smile would cover my face, or the phone would ring and it'd be her, and you know, I'd feel good. On my way down to see her, I'd get butterflies in my stomach, you know, even though that we'd been married for some time, a long time. I still got that feeling. I got that wonderful feeling of joy and excitement about going to see her, you know, and I think that was a fantastic thing to have. I did. It was wonderful. You know, and we shared a lot of experiences. We went to various places, nights away, hotel stays, and you name it, we done it. And we done silly things along the way, you know, like I remember we was away one weekend in a hotel somewhere, and I fucking slipped over and slipped down this hill, and that, not as much as it fucking hurt at the time, we laughed about it for years to come. And it was all the wonderful memories that you make together, you know, the good and the bad. When each of you are poorly, you look after each other, and I think that love and support just makes you feel slightly better about yourself. If, you know, doesn't matter how poorly you are, but I think having a bit of love there helps. You know, I think we all need that. So being in love is, for me, is one of the most incredible feelings ever. You know, and it was a wonderful time, absolutely. And then you get down to talking about losing love. Now, losing love, as you know, nearly pushed me over the edge, as in not wanting to be here anymore. And those feelings, they've pretty much subsided, but sometimes they get me, you know, especially when I start to think hard, so I distract myself. But anyway, yeah, so losing love can cause you to not want to be here anymore, and it questions your self-worth. And as I said in the previous video, you feel like a failure and you let everyone down, and you can just see the looks on other people's faces, you know, that know you and know your partner, that just something don't sit right, you know, whether you're being judged or whatever it is. I don't know, I just don't know. Everything in the world just seems slightly off. Everything looks different. Every TV show that you watch doesn't bring that same amount of entertainment. Just everything is tainted by that loss of love, and it fucking hurts. It really does, and I still get that to this very day, and I'm sure you're aware of that. You know, I'm quite the emotional man, you know, and I know I shouldn't be, but I am what I am, and I can't change that, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm a loving, emotional man, simple as that. I did have, just going off topic a bit, I did have some growing up to do when I was a bit younger. In one of my early relationships, you know, I acted a bit of a fucking idiot. I didn't quite know what I was doing, and after that ended, I suffered a great deal of pain as well. But it made me change. It made me change my views, my opinions. As a person, it just made me. I consider myself more of an evolved person. Well, that's what I tell myself anyway. I'm not that man that I used to be when I was in my early 20s at all. So yeah, going back to it, losing love, and was it all worth it? it's a paradoxical thing, isn't it? I mean, because you can have all those wonderful memories and experiences and all those wicked feelings of love, but it can be destroyed by a relationship ending, and then you question everything. Your mind goes into withdrawal, and that's what it is. It's like stopping taking your hardcore drugs, isn't it? You know, and it just changes everything. And the pain, as you've seen with me, is just so immense. So I don't think it's very easy to just put it into a category. Am I glad that I've been in love, and felt love, and then lost it? You know, it's such a difficult one. Would I change? I think if I'd lived all of my life up to being 51 as I am now without ever feeling loved, I think I'd be at my wit's end, because I think everybody needs to feel love, you know, to feel special, wanted, part of something important, you know, and I think it is crucial in everybody's life that love is felt. So I guess I am grateful for being in love, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. As much as I think about it, as much as all my memories haunt me and whatnot, I know that there was times through my marriage that I've had the absolute fucking time of my life, and I've felt good. You know, I've had normal blood pressure, normal health, never felt, you know, you've had times where you don't feel stressed, and you just feel content and happy and warm, you know, and it is such a good feeling. It is an amazing feeling. So I don't have any regrets of being in love at all. No. As much as it's painful now to lose it all, and it is fucking crippling every second, you know, of going through heartbreak. It's just horrific. But I do look back on the memories that I've got from being a married man with her and just beyond, and I had a good time. I did, and I'm just sad that it failed. You know, it could have continued for many years to come, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. So that's my opinion on it anyway. I mean, it may be different for everybody else. I think maybe when you first break up, as we did in October, I probably would have been completely different then. I probably said, fuck it, no, I'm never been in love again. It was all a waste of time. But now, no, I've got a lot of memories stacked away up there of some real fucking good times that have brought me warmth, you know, and I will lock them away, and, you know, yeah, I lock them away and try not to think about it too much, but I'm happy that I've witnessed it and experienced it. So that's my views on it anyway. Let me know what you think.